Welcome to the kitchen. Today we're going to make a spaghetti squash bolognese bake. This is a recipe that is on my website, alexandersmom.com, and I figured it was about time to make it for you on a YouTube video. So we're going to use this beautiful spaghetti squash. This is about 2.5 pounds, and we have some ground beef, mozzarella, onions, our seasonings, and a can of crushed tomatoes. So let me get mise en place and I'll show you how to make it.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can bring you more recipes. Thank you.
So here's our spaghetti squash. I cut it lengthwise, and now I'm going to scoop out the seeds, and then we're going to put it into our roasting pan, cut side down, and roast it in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. So let's get all of those out. I'll just put it cut side down like this and into the oven. So here are our beautiful spaghetti squash out of the oven. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take a fork and you're gonna scoop out the spaghetti squash. And you see it makes like little strands. It looks like pasta. So there you go. You see these little strands? This is why it's called spaghetti squash. It looks like spaghetti. So we're gonna scrape out all of those strands into the bowl, get both of them, and then we can set this aside and use it when we're gonna mix together all of our ground beef that we're going to brown, and then the tomatoes as well. So we're gonna brown our 1.5 pounds of ground beef over medium-high heat and break it up as we're doing it. We want small little pieces, and we'll continue to cook it until it's all browned. Our ground beef is nice and brown, and I've broken it up into small pieces, and so now we're just gonna take it out and set it aside and drain off that excess fat, and then we're gonna use the same pan to saute our onions. I've removed the ground beef, and now I just want to paper towel out that ground beef fat to get rid of it. And then we're going to turn it back up to sort of like medium high, and I'm going to add in my tablespoon of olive oil, and then we're going to saute all of our onions. 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I'm going to let that coat the pan, warm it up, and then we're going to saute our onions until they are light golden on the edges. And we've got a nice light golden brown coming on the edges, so we're gonna turn the heat down. I'm gonna add in my 1 teaspoon of basil. I like to break it up before I add it, and our 1 teaspoon of oregano. I'll break all of that up, get that in there, and our 1 teaspoon of Italian Seasonings. So I'm gonna get the rest of that in crushed up, and we're gonna saute that and bring out the flavors of those seasonings, and then we're gonna add back to the pan our ground beef. I put it in here with some paper towel to drain off all that excess fat. Now that all of our seasonings have been heated up and stirred in, we're gonna add in our can of crushed tomatoes. Stir all of that together. It smells wonderful. Once I have everything stirred together, I want to bring it to a boil, and I want to simmer it for about a minute, and then I will add in our ground beef. So again, we're going to stir that in, and then we want to simmer it for another minute or two, and then we will add in our spaghetti squash. That's been simmering for a little bit. Now we're going to add in our spaghetti squash and just stir it together. Try not to break up all that beautiful squash, all those long strands. If for any reason your sauce has gotten really thick, you can always add a 1/4 cup of water at this point before we put it into our baking dish. So I'm going to use this 11 by 7 aluminum foil baking pan. If you have a lasagna size pan at home, that's fine. That's a 9 by 13. I want it to be spread out in the baking dish, so that way I can top it with lots of mozzarella. And now I'm just gonna sprinkle our mozzarella generously over the top, and then we'll get it into our 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. Here we go. Here is our beautiful spaghetti squash bolognese bake right out of the oven. We've got this beautiful golden brown color on the mozzarella right here. I can't wait to serve it and try it. Oh, that was absolutely delicious. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out more of our recipes on our YouTube channel. This is our spaghetti squash bolognese bake, and we hope you enjoy it.
For more recipe demonstrations, please click like and subscribe to Chef Victoria Loves YouTube channel and have fun in the kitchen. Thank you.